Hey, what's going on today? Today, Lewis and I want to show you how we made this firewood storage system. And what's the big deal about it? So what? It holds firewood like a million other videos on YouTube. Well, this one rolls, okay? And I didn't really see anybody else make one like this, so I decided to post a video. And what the idea is for this is you can roll it around if you want to sweep below the floor there or whatever. You can go and do that. You could put it somewhere else. It's nice, but the reason why I made it was coming in and out of the house with just an armful of wood, and you pile it into the wood holder back and forth. You're letting cold air in the house, and you know it just takes a while. You're bringing more dirt in. So this is real easy. I put it out on my back stoop, and I load it up there. This holds probably about 4 wheelbarrows of wood, and I fill it up pretty quickly that way, and I roll it in the house in one shot. So the other thing is the size wheels you make. You might want to put a little bit bigger if you got carpeting. I don't have carpeting, so this rolls real good with the size I use. So I'd like to thank everybody that subscribed to my channel and people that view it and have made some comments. I appreciate that. So I'm going to just show you real quick how I made this thing. Thanks again. Okay, here's what we got here. This is my original rack that I used to hold some firewood, and this is like good for the person that burns wood once in a while, just to set the mood or whatever. And it doesn't hold much. So you can get the bigger hoops and whatnot. And the one thing that all these things have in common, that this project is what it's all about, is you got to bring all that wood from one point to the other, and most of the time it's a good distance. You get an armful of wood in and out of the house, tracking dirt in and whatnot. So what I'm going to do is I'm making this portable, and yeah, that's the difference between I've seen tons of racks on YouTube, and it seems like nobody has really the portability. So this is going to go inside my house. It's not going to be the most beautiful thing to look at, obviously, but I'm more concerned about the heat and you know, the efficiency of it like that. So I'm going to use some angle iron, probably make it about 4 foot long. That should be just about right for my rear stoop, because this house is built out of the ground. So as far as I can really go with it is my rear stoop, unless I design some other kind of method to get it up and down, maybe sometime in the future. And the angle iron is going to be for the bottom framework, and I'm going to use some black pipe for the handles. And then we're going to put the wheels on. That's where we're getting the portability on it. So let's get started on it. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is cut up all the pieces to the lengths I want. That includes the angle iron and the round black pipe. And I found a good use for this old fireplace wood holder, because it works perfect for holding this piece of pipe. Alright, now I have all my pieces cut, and what we're going to do now is we're going to cut the angles on the handle pieces, the verticals to the horizontals. We're going to make them on 45s, and I'm going to use a bandsaw that I have. And actually I have it working away right now. It's cutting one of the horizontal pieces as we speak, so I'm going to show you how I do it. Alright, little Christmas spirit there. A little bit before Christmas. Here's a plug for Harbor Freight. This is a bandsaw that I bought from them. I don't remember what I paid, maybe about a little less than $300. I'm not sure. I can't remember. It could be a lot less. I don't remember. They had 2 models. This was the cheaper one. This is about all I need. But right now, if you look, it's cutting one of the angles there. at a 45, and the other side is already done. Where is it? There it is. So this machine, when it gets done, it'll drop itself enough that it triggers off this switch and shuts off. So the frame is all welded up, and I assure you that it's going to be quite strong. A lot of these wood racks you buy in the stores are really cheesy junk, made out of the worst, thinnest materials you can find, and that's why they're so cheap. This all together so far, I think I probably got about $30, if that, in metal, and the other piece I bought with, or the other things I bought were the wheels. They were actually pretty pricey, even though I bought them from the home store. I think I paid about $40 for those wheels. And I don't know about you, but one thing I like is to have good drill bits. And when I used to work in the shop with other guys, a lot of them were too cheap to buy their own. They come over and go, "Do you have any drill bits?" And over the years, for my career, I probably bought like 3-4 sets of, you know, good quality, like these are Cobalts. And I have actually missing a couple. I think I broke them. But they're good shape because I take care of them. So like I went through like 2, 3, 4 sets of them. And then finally I decided, you know what? I'm going to keep one of the old sets, and when they come over and go, "Hey Ron, do you have any drill bits?" So I go, "Yeah, here you go." I hand them one of those old sets with all the burnt ones and dull ones that I lent to everybody else over the years, and they go, "Well, don't you have any better ones than that?" And I go, "Well, don't you?" And then I tell them the home store is right around the corner. Anyway, let's continue on. We're going to tighten our wheels up. See it taking form now. There we go. We got our rolling platform, and we're gonna, after the handles are done cutting, I'm gonna cut some of this short so it doesn't stick up and touch the wood. And then after that, we're gonna weld the handles on, maybe throw a little paint onto it, and it's ready to stack some wood. Okay, one place I do care about it being level and straight is with the handle being in there. So I'm going to fit the handle inside the tray. I'm going to clamp it into place, and then whatever the level is, we're going to make sure we're level this way and this way before I weld it up. Okay, so let's get to that. First thing I want to do is clamp it. Okay, check this way. It's actually perfect. And then I'm gonna actually tack it now before I level it up this way, which is gonna need a hair of adjustment. Alright, make one more, time to paint it up. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do is paint it and then use the darn thing. So I'm going to use this high heat Rust-Oleum for barbecue grills and stoves and things. It dries nice and flat, dries in a hurry. It's easy to touch up. It's very thin, it doesn't, it kind of just goes on so thin and dries like almost instantly. So even you can't it's almost impossible to make it run. And so that's what we're going to do. And you may have noticed I wasn't wearing gloves while I was welding. I probably should. I'm not going to make up some excuse about like, well, I wanted to make sure that you could see the camera. I just felt confident. I didn't feel like doing it. And you know, it's not my first day in a job. I think I know what I'm doing. And but I recommend you use all the appropriate safety gear. Don't just because I didn't use gloves, you should use them. Or take it to your own discretion whether you use them or not, or any other kind of safety device. And this thing could have been made at any size you want. Could have made it 8 feet instead of 4. It's just my particular size. Make it longer. You might want to put more wheels along the way. And so it doesn't sag in the middle. But we're painting it up, and pretty soon we'll have some firewood in it and demonstrate how well it rolls through the house. Alright, I'm going to stop about there. I want to leave a little room for the handles on both ends so I can give it a little boost up into the door. My stoop is a little bit, about a 4-inch, it's about 4 inches below the door entrance. I'll probably make a ramp so I can make it easy. And what I'll do is I'll just lift at one end and pick it up, then get to the back and push it in. Okay, watch out, Granny.